Welcome back, everybody, to the Perth Convention and Exhibition Centre. We're almost there. It's been an outstanding telethon for 2015, and very soon we will bring the show to a close. I'd like to acknowledge, if I may, a gentleman who flies over from Melbourne every year to help us out. He's floor manager to the stars, really. He's been on so many Seven Network programs, and we greatly appreciate him being here. And now, this is going to be awkward, he's going to have to need to ask the crowd to applaud for him. Ladies and gentlemen, John Deeks, our brilliant floor manager. Thanks, Deeksy. Would have thought he'd know not to have his back to camera. John, thank you very much. Can I introduce our final panel, who we'll hear from some of them very soon, but the director of the Telethon Kids Institute, Jonathan Karapetis, Rick Arden and Susanna Carr from 7 News, the boss of the 7 Network, Mr. Kerry Stokes, sitting alongside me, and the Managing Director of Channel 7 in Perth, Mario Durancio. Please put your hands together for our final panel, everybody. Well, we are getting very close now to the end of Telethon 2015, and it won't be long before we announce our final total. But it is worth noting the milestone we achieved earlier tonight, when we passed $20,072,742 raised at this year's telethon. It took the overall total raised since our first telethon back in 1968 to over $200 million. That's brilliant. An amazing achievement from everybody in Western Australia. That's your achievement, and we thank you very sincerely. Well done. And now, some more thank yous to the 7 Network stars who flew into Perth, some of whom have already returned home, like the crew from Sunrise. Thank you for giving up your weekend to support Telethon. And wasn't it great to see the president of Port Adelaide, just for a brief moment, change teams? So David Koch, the president of the Port Adelaide Football Club.
Have you got your phone, Sam? We need a shot of this.
You're never going to fit it.
Trying to get on the size 12
turn around to the camera.
West Coast Eagles tracksuit top.
Oh. Turn around.
He looks...
Turn around.
A West Coast Eagles top on the president of Port Adelaide. Well done, Kochie. And to all of our Sunrise friends, thank you. To the teams from the 7 Network's new smash hit, 800 Words, our brilliant game show, The Chase Australia, 5 till 6, every weeknight on 7 before 7 News. House Rules, Larry and Kylie from The Morning Show. The team from My Kitchen Rules, Rob Mills, Kai Baldwin and Joel Jackson from Peter Allen, Not the Boy Next Door. To our friends from Saturday Disney and Winners and Losers and Home and Away. To all of our network stars, thanks for packing a punch for Telethon this year.
Underneath that one, and another one. She hasn't landed any contact yet. Goes with the punch. Hughesy looking dodgy, keeping up his defence. And there it is. That's what we came for. Right in the guts. And he's down.
I'm not sure that it went exactly to plan. To some of the stars from X Factor who were here to entertain, as was a local lad made good. He's now a celebrity, but he didn't want anyone to get him out of here.
You ready? Boom, boom, boom.
Oh yeah.
Boom, boom, boom.
So we're sitting here,
boom, boom,
and I feel such a fear because we're all from telly, and I'm feeling really smelly. Yeah, there's a big crowd, and they're sounding real loud.
Joel Creasy and the team doing a great job, as were all of our panels. Fantastic. As per usual, Telethon wouldn't be Telethon without the usual assortment of loud jackets, silly shirts and bare chests. And leading the charge this year, Adam Dovell.
Here we go.
Hey.
Oh, form.
1, 2, 7, 8, 9, 10.
47. Come on, Adam. 50. Well done, mate. Good stuff. Well done, Adam. Awesome effort. Well done.
It wasn't the only shirt that came off during Telethon. Thanks, Adam. A job well done making his debut at Telethon. And he told us just moments ago he absolutely loved it. To all of the artists who have entertained us over the last 26 hours, among them Samantha Jade, Reagan Derry, Nathaniel, Taylor Henderson, Daryl Braithwaite, Pseudo Echo, Dennis LeCourrier, Rachel Beck, Casey Barnes, The Lion King, the musical, the WA Ballet, WA Opera, plus all of our other entertainers from around the country and our local entertainers from around Western Australia. Thank you so much for being here and sharing your weekend with us. You all made us happy. He's a little star, isn't he? Our thanks also to Virgin Australia for flying all of our interstate guests to Perth and back home again. And of course, Telethon is telecast into every home in Western Australia through our partner GWN7. They're as committed as we are to this important cause, and to our country cousins, we really thank GWN7 for carrying the broadcast right around Western Australia. GWN7, everybody. As you can imagine, and I'm sure it's probably very obvious to most of you, but there's an army of people behind the scenes. There are almost 400 people, sometimes even more than 400, who come in to make this show come together. Thanks to all of you for making it happen. And a special thanks from me to all of my co-hosts, led so well by Rick and Sue, who did a sterling job when they were manning the panel, as were all of the 7 News and Today Tonight teams who manned the panel, the phone room, handled many of our Czech presentations. All of you outstanding, all of you did an absolutely brilliant job. Well done. And a special shout out to our good mate from Today Tonight, Mark Gibson, who once again did a brilliant job with Loud Jackets, the Cash Cow and Crown.
Don't be disappointed by that. You did so well. That was so tough. And Barry's just rounded it up, folks. 2.5 million!
It was a great way to end it with the Cash Cow, Crown and the Bucking Bull. And Gibbo, that jacket is going into the Hall of Fame. Don't you worry about that. Great stuff. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we get a little bit more serious. Please welcome the Managing Director of Channel 7 Perth, Mario D'Orazio.
Who'd have believed that Telethon is 48 years old this year? 2 more years and we'll make it to 50. That's half a tonne. Amazing. Telethon says so much about Western Australia and the families who live here. It says West Australians care about their kids, really care. We don't want our kids to suffer. We don't want them to be in pain. Telethon says that West Australians will back our best brains to fight the good fight against so many diseases, and it says West Australians will put their money where their mouth is. So we'd like to thank the families of Western Australia for supporting Telethon 2015. As we said last year, and the year before that, and the year before that, Telethon is the single most important thing we do here at Channel 7. We make it our mission to raise money to improve the lives of our children and to ease the burden on their families. This weekend is only made possible because behind the scenes there are amazing people who work around the clock. For the 48th time, Australia's best entertainers have gathered on our TV screens, lending us their talent to help those kids. There are way too many entertainers to name. Basil's been through some of them, but we'd like to name Sony Music. That's Kylie, Paul and Al. Without them, those entertainers wouldn't have been here. Thank you. Thank you for caring, and please come back next year. You're very, very welcome. You're welcome all years here at Telethon. Now, thank you. Apart from the entertainers, there's an army of professional workers and volunteers behind the scenes. Steve Mummery leads our Telethon team, and his small staff of Lauren, Dani, Sadie and Paula, and Amy and Bonnie are the ever-ready bunnies of Telethon. They never stop. Please give them a big round of applause. Staff doing the heavy lifting here at the PCEC are led by Richard Moucher. Richard has replaced the indestructible Chris Ford and his helper Dave in managing our facilities. He's doing his first ever telethon flying solo. Congratulations, Richard. We're nearly there. Steve Julks leads our technical team. We give the techs a lot of headaches here as they keep the show on the road for the whole weekend. Julksy, you can't go home just yet. You've got to pull all of this down, pack it all up for next year. Our tech teams will still be here for another 12 hours or so. They deserve your strongest applause. At Seven West Media, the marketing and program team is led by Melissa Bowen. It is a wonderful team for the first time integrated with the West. There are again too many names to name individually, but you know who you are. Some people spend this whole weekend in the dark. Their boss is Sharon Duplex, our executive producer. Shaz remains cool and calm all of the time. Right, Baz? Nearly all of the time. You can imagine it gets quite frantic in the control room. Shaz gets lots of support from Natalie and Lynn and the whole production team. You'll get some sleep soon, team. Now, on a more sober note, one more person to thank, the man who made all of this possible. As I said, Telethon started 48 years ago when a bloke called Jim said, let's help the sick kids of Western Australia. Sir James Cruthers was the first managing director of Channel 7 in 1958 when we started. Telethon was his idea. He died last week at the age of 90. A wonderful man who made Telethon what it is today. It's because of Jim Cruthers that we've raised that $200 million plus that saved the lives of thousands of children. Our thoughts today are with his son and daughter, John and Sue, and we promise the Cruthers family that we will keep the Telethon spirit alive. John and Sue, you can be proud of your dad. Now, it's time to thank all of those wonderful organisations that help Telethon every day of the year.
There's a lot of people that make Telethon happen. So we just want to say a massive, mammoth, elephant roaring thank you. Like Bank West, who make sure we know exactly how much money we've raised each year. They're really, really smart.
The West Australian, that support us in so many ways.
We simply could not do it without you.
Thank you.
Perth Expo, AV Partners. Clifton Perth, you bring our home to life with all the amazing things you do. And a big, big thanks.
Virgin Australia, thanks for flying all our stars here.
The Sunday Times, thanks for letting us use all your phones. And to the place where all the magic happens, the Perth Convention and Exhibition Centre, thanks for making us feel right at home.
Thank you.
You know, the other thing that our stars need is a nice, comfy bed. So thanks, Pamelia Hilton. Apparently, they slept well. Wait, did they even sleep at all?
And Telstra, that call centre simply couldn't work without you. City of Perth, thanks for the parking.
And to you, WA, because without your very generous support, Telethon wouldn't be just so amazing.
All fantastic businesses. They work for us all year round. Now, there's one more person to thank, and this bloke does his job with class and style, and that is Basil Zemplis.
Mario, thank you. Well, I better do my job and make sure, as we promised the boss, that we'd be out as close to 8:30 as possible. Thank you. I really appreciate that, Mario. It is time to thank two very special people now, the real stars of Telethon, our little Telethon stars, Jayton Carter and Alyssa Bolger. Let's hear it for Jayton and Alyssa and their families. They're just the best young kids. And Blake Johnson is with Jayton and Alyssa right now. Blake?
Thank you, Baz. What a weekend. WA, you've done yourselves proud once again. I've had an absolute ball, but the reason we're here tonight is for this weekend is for these two little champions either side of me, Alyssa Bolger and Jayton Carter. Let's hear it once again for this year's Telethon Stars. Alyssa, you look amazing in that pink dress. Have you had a good time?
Yes,
What's the best part about this weekend for you?
me backpack, Goliath, shark, you, Susanna, work, and bags.
Well, it's an absolute honour to meet you as well. Rona, as we know, Alyssa is the first child living with autism to be featured as a Telethon star. What's it like for you guys?
This has been the most incredible experience for our family and for the autism community. It really has. We've been given a voice and you're listening to this voice, so keep listening because she has a lot to say.
Yeah. Alyssa sure does have a good set of lungs on her. She's certainly one with some volume. Jayton, you're from Cunderdin, if I'm not mistaken. There's a few from Cunderdin in the audience tonight. Right, half the town's here. How's your weekend been, mate?
It's been really good.
Yeah. Highlights?
Yeah, bull riding.
Did you have a go on the ball?
Yeah.
I thought you weren't allowed to play contact sports. That's pretty rough. You've had a great weekend, though?
Yeah, really great.
Lisa, what's it been like for you guys? Has it been a rush, or have you got to enjoy a bit of it?
No, we made a conscious effort to stand back and take a few moments and look around us. A few times we pulled each other up and said, just stop. No, it's been fantastic. It's been amazing.
You guys haven't just sat here and enjoyed the weekend, because you were talking to me before that Jayton's actually been fundraising back home in Cunderdin, and you've got an envelope for us tonight to add to the telethon total. Jayton, do you want to read out?
It wasn't Jayton, it was the community and the wider community of Cunderdin that have all come together.
Jayton, do you want to read out the final tally from Cunderdin?
$11,292.35.
Excellent work. For a small country town, Cunderdin, you've done a marvellous job. Now, we're not letting you guys go without a few little presents to send you on your way. I think backstage we've got a few things for you. It's quite a long list. That is quite a box. I hope you've got a Land Cruiser to take all this home in. Okay, thanks to Hawaiian, Alyssa and Jayton, you've got a gold box in front of you full of gifts from some of Hawaiian's retail centres, including Melville Plaza, the Park Centre and Claremont Quarter. And thanks to Rick Hart and Toddle Partners, you and your families are going to Hawaiian's Cable Beach Club Resort and Spa and Broome for a holiday. Plus, Alyssa, we know that you love Disney, so you'll be treated to a fun VIP night out to see Disney's The Lion King at Crown Theatre. And Jayton, Hawaiian, together with their partner, the Perth Wildcats, I know you're a massive fan, they've arranged for you and your mates to play on court at half-time of the Perth Wildcats home game. But wait, there's more. There's more. You've got a family holiday to Rottnest Island, thanks to Rottnest Express. So you're going to Broome at Rottnest. A $500 Bankwest cheque. You've got some Bose coloured headphones, thanks to Bose and Subiaco, and some Peter Alexander, a gift voucher for both of you, thanks to Philippa and the staff at Peter Alexander in Claremont Quarter, who put their own money in to purchase the gift vouchers for the kids. So there you go, guys. Telethon 2015. I hope you've had a blast. It's been an absolute honour having you both around and your families. And well done on fundraising $11,000 from Cundit and Jaden. Excellent work. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Blake. Brilliant job. To Jayton and to Alyssa and to the Carter and Bolger families, they've been absolutely brilliant. One more time, ladies and gentlemen, our little telethon stars. Well, we are right towards the end now. It gives me great pleasure to introduce the chairman of the Channel 7 Telethon Trust and, of course, the chairman of 7 West Media, Mr. Kerry Stokes.
Thank you, Basil. One of my moments of getting grey hair this year occurred when we had a change of Prime Ministers. We hadn't got our cheque. They changed Prime Ministers and we hadn't got our telethon cheque. I spoke to Prime Minister Malcolm Turnbull, who told me that both he and his wife Lucy wanted to come to Telethon, wanted to deliver the cheque personally, and they were very keen to learn of the innovation and the research and the contribution we were making. So I was pretty happy about that. 2 days beforehand, he gets called away on affairs of state to New Zealand, which left me feeling very uncomfortable. So I went to the top. I grabbed Julie Bishop, who's in New York. She got Matthias Cormann and Christian Porter. We did a real power push from Western Australia. And last year they delivered $1 million for Telethon. And because of Prime Minister Turnbull's commitment to innovation and with the support of Julie Bishop, Matthias and Christian, they actually delivered $1.5 million this year. We'll tell them what we expect next year afterwards. But the federal government is one of a number of million-dollar partners that I'd like to thank tonight.
We want to say a million thank yous to these very special telethon supporters.
JWH Group,
West Farming, Mendaroo Foundation,
Ramsay Healthcare,
Tim Roberts,
BHP Billiton, McCusker Charitable Foundation,
Lexus All Perth. Thank you.
Australian Capital Equity,
Telethon Adventurers.
thank you.
Australian Federal Government. Crown Perth.
Thank you.
Government of Western Australia. Thanks a million, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.
We had a new $1 million partner, Mr. Stokes. We just saw all of our $1 million partners, and how exciting that only an hour or so ago we were able to welcome a new $1 million partner to the family.
Wasn't that exciting? And what a great function and ball they've put on now for 10 consecutive years, growing every year to become a $1 million contribution last night from our friends at Lexus.
Well done.
I guess I have one more function.
Mr. Stokes, it's always the most exciting time of telethon. Thank you. Your enthusiasm, there's no doubt, has driven us, and obviously we appreciate the contribution that you make each and every year. A cheque from Australian Capital Equity from Mr Stokes made out to Telethon for $1.5 million. Traditionally, that would be the last amount that we would read out. But it's worth acknowledging, just before we have our final look at the Telethon tally board, since Mr Stokes has come on board and really driven us, we say that he's not only our boss, he's our inspiration, and he is our chief fundraiser. We're eternally grateful for that. It's worth mentioning that in 2009, we raised $6.3 million at Telethon. 2010, $10 million. 2011, $13.4 million. 2012, $16.8 million. 2 years ago, $20.7 million for the very first time. And last year, $25.2 million. It was a new Telethon record. Well, it gives me great pleasure this year to close Telethon with one final donation, not from our chairman, and we thank you, Mr Stokes, but from the Sunday Times call centre, phoned through on 1300 737 507, because this, more than anything, as Mr Stokes reminded all of the visiting artists yesterday at our pre-Telethon pump-up, as I like to call it from the chairman, that it's all about the kids and the families donating. That is what makes Telethon the special event that it is. So to close Telethon, as we announce the final total, thank you to Ashley Williams. Ashley and his sister Emily have made a lemonade stall and sold cups of drink for 50 cents each in the rain in Kareen, and they have donated $32. And with that $32, which goes onto our Bankwest Telethon tally board, it gives me great pleasure to announce another new Telethon record. We've done it again, everybody. $25,854,524. Well done, Western Australia. Fantastic. Fantastic. And as Mr Stokes has reminded us all, the team, Steve Mummery and his team, they're straight back to work tomorrow to try and better that tally again. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been the most fantastic telethon. Thanks to everyone right around Western Australia for making this the most brilliant appeal anywhere in the world. Now, ladies and gentlemen, to close the show, our X Factor stars, Sam, Regan, Nathaniel and Taylor, singing Uptown Funk. Thank you and good night.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're in the building tonight, let me see you on your feet. The show